Hello traders, this is the weekend wrap. I'm going to go through all the majors. It has been a snore fest this week in the majors, at least. Not much shaking. I've actually gone into quite a bit more research into the 4-hour, I guess, Momo trades I've been doing in the Great Britain odd and Great Britain JPY, and I'm pretty happy that I'm going to add to the Great Britain JPY to the trade repertoire. But let's go through the majors and let's look at the price action. The Great Britain, the Euro USD, we all know, spiked up higher on Thursday with the ECB's decision to do nothing, where deflation was considered to be a problem, and some were expecting movement. I guess Draghi decided he would wait until the next meeting, which I guess is in March, to see if they were going to implement anything, or I guess he didn't put it. He didn't say he was definitely going to implement anything in March, but to decide if there was any action needed to take place. Let's go through though. The Euro USD, you can see, pushed up higher and continued its move higher today, but it's basically closing right here at this spike area. So this 136 area will be key. Resistance is right there, 136.60. So what do we do? What do we do? We would have to see any move up to this area could find sellers looking for a push back to the bottom of the range, but I'm still interested in the 137.40 level or the 134.70 level until we're just chopping around in here. If you want to play the range, you can look for a push to the top, look to the push to the bottom. But I'm looking for a trend, and a trend with a little bit of legs behind it. You can't really trade a move this slow like this because you're going to get chopped up. I mean, you definitely could trade it, but I have a style that I like to implement that limits the amount of risk I have in each trade, and that will not work in a chopped up move such as this. Let's take a look at the Great Britain USD. You can see this pair came down to test the bottom of the range at 162.50. And now is moving higher. I entered a trade around here, set at the break even. Should have kept it going because it would have been up a nice 150, 100 so pips right now. But I set this because the markets were moving so slow, set it to break even, and that was, of course, I had to break the BOE yesterday, where they actually did nothing as expected. And so let's take a look at this chart. What exactly do we have? This pair is in a range also. It is going between 166.50 and 163.10, 162.50, and this cross, until we get a break of this range, is very much set in a bouncing range bound action. What we're going to watch is this candle right here, and the high of that candle more specifically, which is at 164.40. We get a break of that, then we could continue higher up until the top of this range, but you'd have to be careful. The 50 fib of this push, which I'm going to guess just by eyeballing, is going to be around 164.60. We could have sellers coming in there looking for a push down lower if we are going to establish a trend to the downside. But the pair may be comfortable continuing to just drift around in this range, so you might just want to watch for actions to the extremes of each side. The next pair, let's take a look at the Aussie. The Aussie has been exciting. The Aussie reversal this week. We had a strong rhetoric come out after the rate decision, where it looks like they they are comfortable with the monetary policy as it is at the moment. But they have also, the Fed officials have also fed the I guess it's the RBA has said that they would like to see the pair move down all the way to the 80 level if they could. And there has been talk that the reason the Australian economy is still humming along is because they have had a true fall in this currency over the short term, and that has helped them continue to provide materials at lower cost. So anyways, let's see right here. So now we have this pair coming up to a ascending trend line, which comes in at 90.10. Well, let's just say 91. Excuse me, 90.20. And what I will be looking for, more importantly, is a push up to this 90 90-30 level, I guess the 90-20 level, is basically a push up to this trend line. And if we do get a push up to this trend line right here, there is a nice harmonic setup that I have on the Keen feed. I don't actually have it available right here for subscribers. And you can see that there's a nice harmonic setup that coincides with their butterfly, that we could see sellers come in there at multiple levels. So there we have trend line and so forth. That could push the pair back down towards the bottom of the range, and the target would be the 86.60 level in the short term. Let's take a look at the New Zealand. This guy broke the trend line, the ascending trend line, came back and tested it, could get a push back up to the top of the range, but we all know that this pair has been pretty much range bound between the 80-50 level and the 84, basically 81 and 84 level, and it did move down. I don't know why all this stuff's in the way. I guess I'll move it. We could see a pushback down in the short term, but just be watching these ranges above this ascending trend line, so basically above the 82.10 level. 82, let's say, does favor a continued push higher, and maybe even a move up to the 84 level as long as we remain above 82 in the short term. Let's take a look at the yen. The yen was the fun pair of this today. There was also a nice butterfly pattern in the yen that coincided with this resistance zone between 101, well, actually it was at 100.60 and 101.40, I believe, and that is also with the resistance zone between 101.60 and 101. You can see the pair came down and bounced and broke through this ascending trend line. Now, as long as the pair remains above this 101.60 level, or basically this 101 level, let's just say 101.60, it does favor a continued push higher, and the first target would be the 102.84. That's it, everybody. If you want to find any of these charts, go to the blog. They're all available. If you want to find out more about the short-term trading strategy I use, well, 4 hours charts on the Great Britain AUD and the Great Britain JPY, or the stacker trades I use in the Euro, Great Britain, and the Swiss franc, you can sign up today, and you can be in as early as Monday, seeing all the trades I do, and also learning what I'm thinking and what I'm looking at. I have a keen feed where I go through, actually every day, about twice a day, go through all the markets, put charts up and so forth. Not all the markets, all the currency markets, well, the currency pairs that I'm interested in. And I also put out a video a couple times a week called Currency Watch, where we go over the markets, go over the markets after the European close on European close. And that is it. Everybody have a great weekend. See you guys on Monday.